No way, dude. No way you have enough beef to stop this. No way that you have enough beef to stop that, dude. Negative 55. Get wrecked, bro. Get wrecked. Very nice. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Because tonight we are running green Stompy, the oft overlooked green Stompy. This comes to us by our good friend of the channel, Trex O'Dactyl. You know he builds a nice deck every now and again. I really wanted to get Stompy and run another mono green, and it's been a little tricky. And he said, man, go back to the elves. So this is my modified version of a deck that he gave me. I'll have a link down to his stream down in the description. But this is, of course, my own seasoning and flavoring on it the way I like it, with a couple of these new TARKIR upgrades that are surprisingly snazzy as they go, and a lot of cool surprise tricks that just people aren't expecting. So before we get down to this one, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, you're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously attack you and maul you and rip you apart for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness. We would love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. Both of those places will be fantastic. If you can check us out there, hit the notification. Are you Notification Squad? I don't know, man. Are you here from Notifs? If you are, let me know. You should be, so you can be informed. Check out our Discord community for all the latest news, information, post decks, post memes, all that. It's all right there. Our community lives on Discord. You can share your deck with me, and I might even run it. And, of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this deck, please go to the AetherHub, and you will find it. So, that all being said, what are we talking about with the return of the Elf Wave? Well, we have a lot of good stuff now that really brings out Elf Wave to a really powerful level. Last time we ran one of these was like last year, I think. So it's fun to be back. First things first, we're going to ramp. Llanowar Elves. I got the Anime Girl edition, of course, naturally. 1 green, 1/1, add 1. Add 1 green. We want a ramp. We want availability. We want to keep it going. We want broad elves on the board. Now, we're also going to run Citanul Stalwart. This is an interesting one because you can tap an artifact or creature you control and add 1 mana. It does help you ramp if you don't want to attack and you don't need a, and you don't really need like a blocker right then and there. It does help you ramp a little bit more. It is an Elf Druid Soldier, which is a little bit, it's got 3 titles on him right there. So a couple of 1-drops. The interesting thing about this one, and the part of the reason that I think it does okay in the meta right now, is, it puts a lot of stuff on the board. It goes really wide. So for sacrifice, individual destruction, discard, or stuff like that, like Bounce kind of has trouble dealing with this because we have a lot of stuff. One of the main things that we have that really does help, believe it or not, is Daiwin's Elite. Daiwin's Elite is a really cool card because it's 1 green and 1, and you get 2 creatures with it. I'm always a fan of getting 2 creatures out of 1 right there. So you get a 2/2, and if you have an elf, which of course we probably do, we're going to get another 1/1. So you get 2 creatures for 2 mana at common cost. I think that's really, really good. That's really good value, okay? Herd Heirloom. Now, this is an addition from TARKIR. This will as another mana rock right here. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend it only to cast creature spells. We don't have that many other spells. We are mostly casting creatures here. I think we only have 1 regular spell or 2, which is, of course, going to be Genesis Wave and Banner of Kinship. Those are the only 2 we don't have. It also gives us the great ability, until the end of turn, you control a creature you control with power 4 or more gains trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Our elves will absolutely get to 4. Card draw is going to be very useful. We need to keep the cards flowing into our hand. Herd Heirloom is going to kind of help with that, especially when we are pushing through with a lot of creatures, and we need to get some of those beefy boys trampling across. So great addition from TARKIR right there. Leaf Crown Visionary is going to be essential. 2 green, 1/1. Other elves you control get +1. It's an elf captain. Whenever you cast an elf spell, you may pay 1 green. If you do, you draw a card. you always want to be drawing. You want to get your leaf crown down, and you always want to be drawing an extra card every single turn. What I like to say, I like to shake the dice on this one. In the middle to late game, if I have 4 or 5 mana with Elf Crown down, I'll play a Llanowar, roll the dice, draw a card. I'll play, and if I draw another Elf, I'll draw a Scintille, play it again, draw a card. And you can keep chaining, playing a card, drawing a card, playing the card you just drew. You can keep that going with a lot of mana, which we can really load up a mana. So Leaf Crown is super essential right there. As far as our 3-drops goes, we're going to do the Imperious Perfect, because, wow, look at her. She really is perfect. She is an elf with goat horns. I don't know why, but she is. There you go. She is from the Foundations, 1 green and 2/2/2 elf warrior. If other elves you control get +1/+1, and of course you create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token anytime that you want to. So another elf captain and token generator for the go wide on that right there. We have a lot of warriors, believe it or not. We have soldiers, warriors, decent amount right here. Here is Reclamation Sage. Super useful right now. You're probably already thinking to yourself, Jay, this is super vulnerable to all that stuff you told me. Super vulnerable to temporary lockdown. The fact that this thing for 3 enters as a 2/1 elf shaman, and when it enters, you destroy target artifact or enchantment. Super useful. Again, will trigger all the elf abilities, counts as an elf, and cracks open artifacts and enchantments. Could not be more useful in current meta. We need to crack those enchantments open and those artifacts as well. We're going to do Tyvar the Punisher from Duskmourn right here. 2 green and 1 3/3. Tap another untapped creature you control. Tyvar gains indestructible until the end of turn. You tap it so he can get indestructible. He's going ham on those turkeys, man. He is going with that nail-studded baseball bat. And he's happy as a clam. Creatures you control get +2/+X/+X until the end of turn, where X is the greatest power of creatures you control. That is a huge pump in the late game. If you are going wide with your elves, if you're going super wide with your elves, that is insane. You could have, any number of power, especially if you've powered up with multiple Leaf Crown Visionaries, Imperious Perfects. You're talking about you've got 5/5s on the board. Everyone gets +5/+5 and swings in and absolutely smashes. Very cool stuff. You combine that with Herd Heirloom, you're trampling too. So good stuff right there. Elfish Archdruid. Another captain, another elf captain. 2 green and 1 2/2. Other elves you control get +1/+1. Add green for each elf you control. This is where the deck starts to break. This is where we start getting to the point where things are really bad. Because if we have 5 elves down, we gain 5 mana. And that means that we can either sink all of that crazy mana into a Genesis Wave, Banner of Kinship, use it to pump up Tyvar. We can actually pump up Tyvar twice. If we have 10 elves down, we can add 10 mana and pump everyone twice with Tyvar, which is insane. We take all of that mana. This is kind of the elf ball type thing right here. So we take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana, whatever. We put it in a Craterhoof Behemoth, a Genesis Wave, something huge, and absolutely get huge dividends and a final payoff for the crush right there. So really good stuff right there, and another elf captain. No 4-drops. We're going to go right to the little mice doing having a good time right here. I hope we go back to Bloomborough one day. That would be fun. I think everyone kind of liked the breath of fresh air that was. 5-drop. As an artifact enters, choose a creature type. This artifact enters with a fellowship counter on it for each creature you control of the type. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1 for each fellowship counter on this artifact. So if you have 5 elves, this gets 5 fellowship counters. Then everyone gets +5/+5. It stays that way for good. Very powerful finishing move. Again, if everyone thinks you have 2 2s going in, and then at the end of it they're like, well, he's got 2 2s going in. You drop this, and all of a sudden you all have 7 7s going in. It's very bad. It is just a big problem. So 1 Banner of Kinship for that right there. Genesis Wave. Great spell right here. That is just another good mana sink. 3 green and X. You can pay X any number. You reveal X cards from your library. You put any number of permanent cards with mana value X onto the battlefield. Then put all cards revealed to say that weren't put in the battlefield onto the graveyard. So you're talking about, again, with Elvish Archdruid, you do like 8. you could get a Craterhoof Behemoth out for free along with a bunch of other stuff, which I do with that combo. With the Elvish Archdruid Genesis Wave, huge combo, and absolutely crush someone's face, which was a really fun game. But even if you don't, even paying 5 for this and just doing a 7, you can get a huge number of elves on the board and then just keep reciprocating back and back and back. Put a banner down, put everything down, and it feeds into itself. Alternatively, if you want to play with a new card, try Nature's Rhythm. Okay, you could do Nature's Rhythm in the sideboard here. Very similar, kind of like a Genesis Wave. You don't get as many. You get 2 green and X. You search your library with a mana value X or less, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. So you can choose, if you have 10 mana, you could immediately go find the Craterhoof Behemoth for the win right there. So that's a Tarkir card that is actually, somebody suggests, is actually really good alternative in case you don't want to do Genesis Wave. You do need to get 10 mana to immediately get that out, but honestly, with Elvish Archdruid, it's not that hard. Llanowar Elves, Stewart, and Elvish Archdruid is not that hard to get there. Of course, the finisher, of course, is the Craterhoof Behemoth. 2 green, 3 green, and 5, the 8-drop, 5/5 haste beast creature. Whenever this creature enters, target creatures you control get +X/+S and trample, where X is the number of creatures you control. This is your finishing move right here. If you want to put more of them in there, I'm not mad at you. You have 6 creatures down on the board. Every single one of your creatures gets +6/+6 and trample, including him. That means you're at least attacking with, let's see, 6 creatures. You'll have 7. All of them will have +6. This will be an 11. So at the bare minimum, you're trampling in with 11 and 20, 24. So you're attacking for 33. If you drop that with 6 creatures on the board, insanely powerful, insanely big crusher right there. 19 forests, 2 Cavernous Souls, choose Elf, and of course a Soulstone Sanctuary, which is very nice because it does get the other Elf boons up right there. 32 creatures, 30 of them Elves. The only one that isn't is the Craterhoof. 2 beasts, 16 Druids, and a lot of Warriors, believe it or not. Druid Warriors. To be expected from Elves. 2 Sorceries, 4 Artifacts. We're going the ground and pound. 22 land. I flooded constantly. I kept cutting land from this. You may need to add one. You may need to remove one. You could probably get away with 22, even 21, I think. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if you went low on the lands. Because for me, I know it looks expensive. I know the deck looks expensive with the 2.7 right here. But honestly, you're never going to be paying full price for this or this. You're going to be using your mana rocks and stuff like that. You're going to be using Elvish Archdruid to sneak that stuff onto the board. So don't worry about that throwing off the curve. You're actually very low to the ground. It is nice to have that extra mana to hit the Leafcrown Visionary card draw. I will say that. That is very helpful. However, as far as the sideboard, I already talked about Nature's Rhythm. Not a bad idea from Tarkir if you don't have Genesis Wave. Archdruid's Charm's always useful. Searching for a land, put a 1/1 creature, and then it deals damage as an instant or destroy an artifact or enchantment. Synchronized Charge is another great one from another great card from Tarkir. Temur Clan, distribute 2 1/1 counters. Creatures you control with counters on them gain vigilance and trample. If you really do need to trample, that gives 2 creatures trample and pushes them over the top. For removal, I'm not mad at Bushwhack, Tailswipe, or Monstrous Emergence. Monstrous Emergence is actually really cool because you get to reveal a card. You could reveal Behemoth and do 8 damage to somebody. Tailswipe is a nice instant for fighting people, and Bushwhack helps you mana fix and fight people and knock essential people out. Fauna Shaman, I'm not mad at either. I know few people probably are thinking, oh, I could Fauna Shaman some of them. You certainly could. 1 green and 1 2/2. You discard a creature card, search your library for a creature, reveal it. If you really need that Craterhoof, if you want to search for it, and you don't have that much mana, but you have that availability, you could always do that as well. So a lot of options right here. Again, you kind of really want to surprise people with the sudden hit. Craterhoof, Tyvar, Banner of Kinship. You want to surprise people with all of a sudden the elves have completely roused the forest and they just hit you with one big knockout punch. That's the goal right there. We're going to try to push Diamond right now. Hopefully we do good for ourselves. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Are you down with that elf wave? Let's get into it. Don't forget to like the video. Let's go. I genuinely want to see how deep this. I want to see how far. I want to see how deep it goes, man. Ugin might be an Ugin deck. Could be. Let's see that swamp. Let's see how many times we can get it. Let's see if we can go for 6 times in a row. 6 times in a row. 6 times in a row. No white. Okay. That. Boom. I forgot to turn off the all black trigger in the queue. Yeah, I know. Azorius. Okay. That sure is a color. Boiling Dragonstorm. Boom. Draws cards. Is it Omni? It's probably Omni. Diamond's Elite. Boom. Probably Omni. That's usually an Omni card. Stock up. Boom. Okay. Tap another creature. We can't get out the beast yet. We're gonna hold back. List so it's easier to import. Thank you. Probably a sweeper, maybe? He hasn't played very much here. Temporary lockdown. This is not the worst thing. We've had it worse. Llanowar. We need our enchantment crackers, but we'll play into them here. He's really not getting anything good, huh? Draw 3 and then discard. He's really trying to get it fucking out here. He's really trying to get that. I think he's omniing and he's doing a bad job of it. It's my only, yeah, Sunfall or Day of Judgment. I don't think we survive another sweeper here. Temporary lockdown. Of course. Do that. Druid, Archdruid. Boom. I think he's just really fucking up a Omniscience deck. I think he's just really fucked up an Omniscience deck, to be perfectly honest. I don't think it's any more complicated than that. Draw 3, then remove. Return to its owner's hand. Okay. You do that. Boom. Draw 3, then discard. No? Collage, Archaeologist. Mill. Temp Lockdown. And bring that back. Okay. I don't think that fixes anything. You say elf. think that fixes anything. We need to run the board out really wide. At a certain point, variance can account for a lot, but can variance account for everything? That's the real question. Bro, I saw the Martyr video, was so stoked. You know, I'm an active Martyr mom. I'm so season love for one of my favorite streamers. Thank you so much, Shadow Shane. All right, let's see if we actually get this played, guys. This would be huge if we got this played. I don't think we... Oh, my goodness, we did. So let's go ahead and... We gotta crack that. Temporary lockdown again. Boom, boom. This deck needs card advantage. We do have card draw engine in here with Leaf Crown and Herd Heirloom. There's Abuela's Awakening for Founding of the Third Path, which I don't know how much that's going to do. Target player mills 4 cards. I don't know what the strategy is. Thank you so much, Shadow Shane. That's so nice. I was really not expecting the amount of love that the whatchamacallit got. I really was not expecting that amount of outpouring for that Mardu deck. Generally, my triple colors, people don't like them, but I guess I hadn't done a Clan Mardu yet, and the hype was there. So really, thank you all for the outpouring of support for the Mardu. I was very happy with how it performed. Just went 26 and 11 from Diamond 4 to Diamond 1 with my recent mono red deck. Which is my recent mono red deck? Which one do you consider my recent mono red deck? You talking about what did I call it? Gun Show? New Blood? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's fucking mono red. Yeah, it'll knock your socks off. Sunken Citadel usually means some shenanigans is gonna happen. Boom. Daiwin's Elite. Boom. Boom. No attacks. I think if we can get Reclamation Sage, I think he's gonna play an enchantment. I knew it. I knew it. I knew he was gonna play an enchantment. I knew he was gonna play an enchantment. This crack you open. Yeah. Fucking that. Could have another one in his hand, or he could be pissed. Okay, do that. Don't swing into me, bro. I'm gonna pummel the shit out of you if you do that. You could play a pump. You could play a pump here, but we'll see. I kind of want the cards out of his hand. Tower. Boom. All right. Carrot cake. Gets to draw a card. He's got to hold back finally. Each player can't cast more than one spell. I don't need more than one spell. No attacks. End turn. What's he gonna do? Guided Battlefront. Is he gonna whiff? Oh, he didn't whiff. He hit good. He hit good on that one. He didn't whiff. He did not whiff on that one. He's probably going to swing in. No, my turn? Okay. So everyone gets +4/+4. There we go. Ooh, I had to do a little bit of... I had to do a little fancy footwork on that one, guys. But we're recovering when we don't immediately lose every single fucking card we play in the first 3 rounds of the game. When we don't immediately get our back broken, like in the first 5 seconds of the game, we can actually do a little bit of kung fu. That was impressive. Good recovery on that one. We're starting to find a little bit of a groove here. We're gonna shake our groove thing. We got a little bit, yeah, we're starting to stabilize a little bit. I do think it was bad luck. I think Trex was right about that. I mean, variance is variance. It is what it is. It's very, we hit 4 fucking black decks, 5 black decks in a row. I mean, we beat one of them somehow, but you know, I go first and I have Pump early on. He looks like he's playing blue or some shit. We may have a little bit of meat on the bones here. We may have a little bit of meat. I don't know. Let's do this. Dywin's Elite is such a goated card right on turn 2 because we can build wide board. He has a white card to instantly play. Elspeth Smite, very nice. He is going to play blue. He's going to play Steel Casket. So let's do... Let's do this. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't play Temporary Locks on. This looks like an Exile deck. Oh yeah, this is a Prison deck. I think we can outgun the Prison, though. I think we can maybe outgun the Prison. I don't know how many more removals he could possibly throw at us. Probably a lot, but, you know. So we'll do this. Go in, pop, pop, pop. Sweeper, maybe. Clayfire Bricks. It's a synth deck that didn't pull synth. Yeah, probably. He's looking to pop that guy again, too. He's really looking to pop that guy. There's the temp. That was not a great move there. There you go. Chimley. cast the Discover spell. No, not enough. Not enough. So if we can generate, if we can go wide enough, they can't really slow us down too much. And again, when we're not playing Black Assassins, that just fucking has nothing but a sniper rifle. Not even a sniper rifle, a fucking MG42. Then I think we're having a, like I said, Trex builds a deck. Jay has bad luck. It's really more than anything else. By the way, Trex, did you shout yourself out? You should shout yourself out. It's a great deck builder. If you want to get the nicest hot, thick decks around, go see Trex for those hot, thick decks. Boom. Selesnya, is he going to play the removal right away? Elspeth Smite on turn 1. Great use of popping out a 1/1 right there. Good for you, man. He is going to probably grab Archdruid. Yeah. Leaf Crown Visionary. We will play the pump. Boom. Won't let you from your phone. Okay. So we do one of these. He's got instants. He's going to play another instant. Aethar Commando. He's going to crack Leaf Crown. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Deep Cavern Bat. That's not really going to help. Alright. Abzan? What is this Abzan? What even is this? Elf. Pump. Discard a card. Creature gains indestructible. We'll do that. Boom. That goes back into my hand. Lively Dirge. Interesting. He's going to spam the board too, and I think he's pretty much got us here because he went really wide and started ripping us. What even is this? This is fucking weirdo deck right here, man. This is weirdo time. Boom. We're gonna hold steady. Crack that. Boom. Danger Sniper. Okay. What's up? What's up, Danger? Llanowar. Autopay. Damn. Mana. If I can keep that going, I can keep the dice rolling on it pretty decently. Hopefully he won't play a removal on Leaf Crown. Leaf Crown may be the hero that we need. Not the hero we deserve, though. He flooded. I flooded. Fantastic. Just nothing. 7 mana out of 14. That's a 50% mana draw. That is abysmally shit bad. Let's do Daiwin's Elite. Boom. Let's see if we can keep the dice rolling. Nope, we cannot keep the dice rolling. No dice roll for Jay. Hold steady. %34 chance of a mana. Llanowar. Dice, dice, dice. Nope. Each time we don't hit it. We draw mana, we draw land. We draw mana, we draw land, we draw a creature. So we're just giving him free turns here. He's gonna pop in. We're looking for Tyvar, we're looking for Craterhoof. Imperious Perfect. Come on, dice roll. Every time, without fail. That is incredible. That is incredible. We've drawn 10 mana out of 20. It's staying at a 50% draw rate. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Just amazing. Guardian Nubenalia. Incredible. Unbelievable. Just fascinating here. Just, I mean, free wins for Ops here. Just free win. Just giving them away. Just giving them away fucking free wins. Let's draw some more mana here. Let's draw some more mana here, boys. Boys and ghouls. It enlists. Diawin's Elite. Boom. Let's do that. Boom. Amazing stuff. Now I have that. Any one of the cards that we have would be fantastic to run at him. We could draw any kind of win con here at any point, but the game has just said, hey, you know what, man? I think it would be fun here if you lost. Top deck hero, and it's a land. Top deck hero, and it's a land. That's it. Top deck hero, and it's a land. We have nothing. There are only 11 lands left in the 37 land deck. And the 37 cards. I can't even account for that floods, guys. I guess we need to cut more. I guess we need to even cut more. We had card draw. I was drawing 2 cards a turn. And I don't know what to tell you on that one, guys. We were drawing 2 cards a turn, and no, it wasn't going to happen. Wasn't going to happen for us there. Leaf Crown, that's pretty decent. 20 lands, let's fucking go. I guess I gotta go down to 21, huh? I don't know, man. Eld Fiend. Black, lose 1 life. Probably gonna get sniped, but we'll see here. Bango. Okay. Damage. What's he doing? What is Blood doing? Okay, let's do this. Counter target. More floods. Reclamation Sage, we'll hold on to that. Good thing about Leaf Crown is that all you need to do is play the card and it goes on the stack. You don't need to do anything else besides just play it. And we drew a... Oh my god, dude. Are you kidding me? What we have to cut one. We have to cut one, guys. I don't know what else to do. We have to cut one. We absolutely have to cut one, guys. We don't have a choice. Okay. All right. We found our way back on that one. But my goodness, man. My goodness, man. Absolutely insane. Argus, Spirit of Justice. He's... Bum, 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 bum. 2 mana and a Herd Heirloom. We're on the draw here. We're playing black. Let's see how much funny we can get. Probably Reanimator. Generally, when they start with Raucous Theater, it's Reanimator. Jund! Invasion of Ermagerd. Trade a treasure token to discard a card. Yeah, it's Reanimator. There's Galta. Let's do Leaf Crown. Boom. Let's go in. Boom. Can we outgun him? Yeah, I'm muted. Sorry about that. I was sneezing. Yeah, that's kill. Instant kill. There we go. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Bum, 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 bum. If I was able to get smooth draws, even remotely smooth draws, I feel like we might have something here. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we would maybe have something, anything at all to do. It's genuinely impressive, and I don't think it's the deck's fault. It clearly is me. I'm the problem. It's my luck. It's my plays. That is the issue. It's the way I'm drawing. I can't blame anybody else. It's just me. I need a mana right here to draw a card, and that'll do it, but I'm not proud. Well, we'll see. Well, we might draw green. We might draw green mana. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, we got one. Look at that. Elf. Put down Daiwin's Elite. Boom. Need to draw another card. It's a Herd Heirloom. Boom. Boom. No attacks. Okay. I'm kind of waiting for him to put down his silly card. What's it called? The Cruncher. The Insidious Roots, and then I can crack it with this. If not, I can just hit another Diamonds of Relief. There's an Insidious Roots. There we go. Okay. Reclamation Sage. Take action. Yeah. I knew that was coming. Rubble Belt Maverick is only good in that deck. Next turn, I think Die wins. And then we go wide. He's mad about that. That was his whole deck right there. He's real mad about that. Oh, Sultai. Interesting. Wasn't expecting a spicy Sultai here. I bet I can make him quit by cracking it again. I bet I can. I bet he scoops. No? Kid's got Moxie, I'll tell him that. That's 50% of his fucking win con out the door. He's got Moxie. So do you want to know why I chose not to run Herd Heirloom? Oh, there's the third one. Boom. Mill. Who's he going to bring back? Oh, he's got the infinite loop. There we go. We were just about to win. He pulled infinite. Wonderful. How many more creatures does he have? No, he doesn't have that many. Tyvar. Let's do this. So I've got to kill Tyvar. I can hold one of you back. There we go. That dies. Boom. It's got a lot of mana to play. It's got a lot of creatures. And he got a second fucking Tyvar. Of course. Oh, he got nothing. No, he got Runevelt. Okay, so he's good to go. He's good to go. Yeah, he got the loop. Blanchwood. He can eat Blanchwood. Amazing. Amazing. If he doesn't attack, Imperious Perfect. I have the opposite of a horseshoe up mine is also the issue. No attacks. I think that... Do we Genesis Wave for 3? Or do we just keep trying to hope we get a Behemoth? I don't know. I don't know what we do. Blanchwood Prowler. Mill 3 cards. Put a land card into your hand. Boom. Sacrifice. Okay. Blanchwood Prowler. Mill 3 cards. There's a creature he wanted. Boom. Banner would be real good, yeah. Banner would be great. I can't activate Tyvar yet. Exile. What's that? 7. $26 is damn near his deck is completely gone. Exile creature. Exile that one. Boom. It's just going to be out to top decks now, guys. That's all it is. It's just going to be top deck heroes. Untap under one target creature. Very nice. Elvish Archdruid. That'll do it. If I can survive this hit. I can do a fucking, I'll do a 20 fucking Genesis and probably hit a Crater Hoof if I'm able to Genesis for that amount. Auto pay. Boom. Deep Crown Visionary. I do think we need to pump everyone. I do think we needed to get beefy on him. If he can't kill Elvish Archdruid, I'm going to Genesis for so much that I think there's no way that I don't get a Crater Hoof and run him down. He gets to return Bristly Bill here and pump. Decent amount of fodder cards to block the big boys. I can take some hits. He really should pump everyone with Bristly Bill. I don't know if he will or not. He might get scared. Going in. He's coming in. He's going in. Of course he would. I think I could still, even sacrificing a bunch, I can still do what I need to do here. Unless he has all of everyone suddenly gets trample, I think I'll be okay. He's going to activate Bristly. There you go. If he has everyone suddenly gets trample, he gets it. It's going to only let me Genesis Wave for a certain amount. Okay. But a Crater Hoof is devastating. So, 8 and... should we use this right here and look 13 deep in it, or 10 deep? 10 deep, I think we can get it, but I think we need the extra soldier, so that's 5, and 8 is going to be 13. Auto pay. 10. See him have a counter spell. He's got a blue mana open. There it is. Choose up to 10. We want Crater Hoof. We want Elvish Archdruid. We want Imperious Perfect. That. Alright, we want Crater Hoof and Elvish and Imperious Perfect, so everyone is going to be jacked to the tits. There you go. That's the kickback. That is the jump back. LFG. LFG. I don't think there's any way he's got enough fucking meat to stop me. No fucking way he's got enough beef to fucking stop me from getting through. No fucking way he's got enough. Even pumping, he doesn't have enough. You missed the crater hoof, dude. 16 is still going through. No way, dude. No way you have enough beef to stop this. No way that you have enough beef to stop that, dude. Negative 55. Get wrecked, bro. Get wrecked. Very nice. Alright, well, now we gotta make a video for just that. 60%, not bad. No, bro. Dude was face tanking that, bro. That was a face tank right there, man. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Lukewarm Kool-Aid? You came in at a cool time. Speaking of Kool-Aid, I feel like we balanced it out by adding enough stomp power, but good lord, I mean, it was worth it just for that, man. Just for that. That was a 15-minute battle of nothing but pummeling. If you don't count when we got nothing but mono black in a row, we actually went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We went 7-4, which isn't terrible. And we're 55 overall, 60 on the draw. For some reason, we favor the draw. Insane games, guys. We were bouncing all over the place. I don't know what else to say to that one. It's very fun. Trex knows how to make it. Jay knows how to ruin it by drawing terrible. But you know, again, I had to adjust it. You got to calibrate it. You got to dial it in. But there you go. A little bit of green Stompy action for your pleasure.